So this is a video to show the matrix changes that were made in order to implement the FEA proposal that was issued last night, June 14th, through the negotiations process. You remember that the first change that was made was averaging all of the cells by taking the current step and adding the previous step and doing an average of those two cells. That was then applied going all the way through the matrix, all the way across, and all the way down. Next, the top salary of each lane in the current matrix was moved down one cell. So while the current top salary in the bachelor's lane is at cell 12, the new top salary in the bachelor's lane should be at cell 13. And the same would occur in cell BA15. And so I'll make those changes. And now you'll see those changes appear here, but I did not yet change the master's 45 cell because we're going to do some special changes there that will try to even out this rather large jump that we're seeing. We next filled in all of these empty cells by adding an additional 1% onto the top salary. So this cell is equal to 1% more than the previous cell, as are all of the following cells. I'll go ahead and fill in all of those changes by adding 1% down each of the lanes. And so you now see that the 1% has been filled in going down each lane. Again, I did not yet change the master's 45, but we're about to start altering that. Let's add a step 19 to the matrix, which is an additional 1% of this top salary. So the previous top salary was $85,236, and we're going to add 1%. We're going to continue to add 1% to get a step 20 on the matrix, and so we need to take an additional 1% of this number, so that those people are getting a 1% increase each step that they take. And again, we'll go back here and fill out each of these empty cells by adding 1% every time you take a step down. Then, to address the inconsistencies that occur in the master's 45, we decided to make step 18 be equal to the average of the cell 17 and cell 19. And that just tried to even out the increase a little bit more consistently as you get towards the end of this matrix. We now realize that people who were going from step 1 on the current matrix to step 2 on the new matrix were not seeing a reasonable increase. And since we had added steps 19 and 20 to the matrix, we decided to eliminate steps 1 and 2 altogether. In doing this, it actually helped increase the base salary as well. And lastly, we still didn't think that these increases from steps 3 and 4 were appropriate, that they were too incremental. And so we took the step 3 and 4 from the old matrix and left that unchanged in the current matrix, and we additionally did that for the bachelor's lane cell 5. That attempted to keep the increases a bit more consistent and a bit more reasonable as you go through the first few years of this new matrix. So that's the demonstration of how that new matrix came about. And again, I apologize for the technical glitches that I ran into while trying to do this live at the negotiations meeting. A couple of reminders: new teachers to the district will begin on step 3 under this matrix. Additionally, any previous teachers who are currently employed at steps 1 or 2 will start at step 3 for the next school year. All teachers will receive a step increase annually each year, increasing their step number by 1. However, in implementing this for the very first year, teachers who were at the end of their lane previously will need to earn 2 steps in order to see the increase. And that's, if you look, because we took the starting salary and bumped it down 1 level, this person would not see an increase if they only take 1 step, but if they take 2 steps, they will see a 1% increase. That does not apply to people who are at MA 18 because we made step 19 1% more than what the previous Master's 45 step 18 number was. That's the new matrix and the explanation of how it came about. If you have any questions for me, I'd be glad to answer your questions. Negotiations@fargoea.org. Thank you.